Where police need your help finding a man they say is behind a $200,000 real estate scam.
Atlanta News First Adam Murphy is live at the Gwinnett County Police Headquarters talking with one of those victims. Adam.
Good evening, Blair. Police here in Gwinnett County tell me the victims found a home online for sale. They fell in love with it, but the deal ended up being too good to be true.
If he's capable of this, I can't imagine what he's capable in the future. You know, he can go in and do worse things.
Lucy Holdsworth is out more than $100,000, and police are now looking for the man who they say scammed her.
We just felt empty when we found out. We just couldn't believe we feel alone in this.
According to this incident report, 23-year-old Jalen Anderson of Fairburn is charged with theft by deception and identity theft.
This suspect went out of his way to mask and hide his trail, and he did a good job of convincing that he was representing a law group.
Here's what.
Welcome back to What TV. It's your boy Ace. Thank you for tapping in. Listen, today we're going to get right to two videos because people are scamming. So home buyers, beware. Let's jump into it because you're going to see this gentleman. He tried to pull a fast one. He got away with $200,000 and now he is under arrest. He first was going under a warrant, but now they had arrested him. Now we're going to look at another situation with another young lady. She was already arrested. Forget it. They tagged her, and she's about to get about 20 years because you're going to see she killed the man. Huh. Let's jump into it.
He's out more than $100,000, and police are now looking for the man who they say scammed her.
We just felt empty when we found out. We just couldn't believe we feel alone in this.
According to this incident report, 23-year-old Jalen Anderson of Fairburn is charged with theft by deception and identity theft.
This suspect went out of his way to mask and hide his trail, and he did a good job of convincing that he was representing a law group.
Here's what happened. Holdsworth said she found a home for sale in Ellenwood on Facebook Marketplace and was led to believe that Anderson represented a law group in Atlanta willing to sell her the home.
I have spoken to him on the phone several times. I was like, you know, I got kids. Let me do this later. And he was like, no, like do it as soon as possible. We need to get this closing in before someone else gets it.
She said Anderson presented her with this settlement statement, and when she arrived at the closing table, he was nowhere to be found. That's when she said she knew she had been ripped off.
The law group explained, no, I'm sorry, there is no closing date today. You guys been scammed. And that's when they contacted us.
I have never experienced something like that. I have never stolen. I can't imagine someone stealing from somebody else.
Police tell me they do believe there are other victims out there in Metro Atlanta. If you have any information in this case, detectives do want to hear from you.
Wow. Things that make you say what, people? Let me know your thoughts. They said they have other victims. Definitely other people are going to come. All right. So now they recently had grabbed and apprehended this man. So we're going to see what comes out of this situation and we're going to follow it. Because scammers, man, they're scamming everywhere, even in California. So much so that we're going to get into the story of a young lady. She committed murder. Let's jump into it.
A missing man and missing millions. Investigators say his body was dismembered and disposed of while his bank account was drained. And now the woman detectives say was the mastermind of it all has been sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Pulliam with the disturbing details. He joins us live now in Sherman Oaks, where it all began. Tim.
Mark, the woman swindled nearly $4 million from elderly victims by stealing their identities and their properties, and one of them lived here in Sherman Oaks. Lies and despicable behavior shadow this secluded home on Kingswood Road in Sherman Oaks. Caroline Herling, the mastermind, convicted in a plot to fraudulently take the home and money from the elderly man living here, will spend 20 years in prison. Coco Mary lives across the street with her elderly mother and is in shock.
To be preying on older, fragile people, it's the same thing for me as preying on animals, innocent animals, children. She needs to be behind bars.
According to court documents, Herling and her co-conspirators cased neighborhoods looking for unkept homes with vulnerable victims. And that's how she found Charles Wilding. Investigators say in 2020 she broke into his home, forging his documents that led to control of his estate. But in 2021, according to the criminal complaint, detectives were tipped off by an anonymous caller reporting that Wilding was missing, and unidentified individuals are utilizing his identity for financial gain. Police arriving to the home to find Herling, probing her on Wilding's whereabouts. According to the complaint, she stated that Wilding was not home and was staying with friends in the city of Carpinteria. Investigators believe Wilding was dead in the home from unknown causes, while Herling looted his assets. During the investigation, law enforcement used warrants to search Herling's property, finding guns, fake police badges, and documents showing evidence of fraud and forgeries.
What? So you see, this young lady was actually found in the home, and it was said that she had a relationship with this gentleman, some type of relationship, okay? So take a look at her and then take a look at him. They've been going around scanning people so they know if you're single, by yourself, with a family, anything like that. If you're living in these hidden hills, so you got to check on people, and people got to be aware if you have any family members that are by themselves. People can get close to them and then all of a sudden forge documents, okay? And they see she's part of an elaborate scheme because he's been doing this in different parts of California. Let's get into it.
In the investigation, law enforcement used warrants to search Herling's property, finding guns, fake police badges, and documents showing evidence of fraud and forgeries, including notes where Herling was practicing signing the names of victims. Investigators say Herling and her co-conspirators dismembered Wilding's body and disposed of it in the San Francisco Bay. Court documents also say evidence showed Herling forged power of attorney to gain assets of 2 more elderly victims, a financial scheme totaling $3.9 million. According to the complaint, investigators say she claimed she was working for free out of the goodness of her heart. Neighbors tell us...
What? Come on, working for free? Listen, don't be a fool. She was not working for free. She just needs to get the inside job so she could case this man and switch up the documents. Let me know your thoughts. If y'all have any family out there, man, y'all have to be careful. I'm telling you, we care like nobody else cares. If you know anybody, friends, family who are just getting up their age and they live by themselves and they have a caretaker or somebody that you notice came around in the last couple of years getting real close to them, be careful because they could get close to these documents. Let us know your thoughts, man. Trifling women.
Working for free out of the goodness of her heart. Neighbors tell us Wilding was recluse with very little family and often looked disheveled, a devastating and disturbing crime of opportunity.
And happening right under our noses, and nobody knew. And that worries me about living in a city like LA. I always feel neighbors should know one another. And we do know our immediate neighbors, but why is it that none of us knew what was going on up there? We need to pay more attention.
Herling has been ordered to pay $3.8 million in restitution. Tim Pulliam, ABC 7, Eyewitness News.
$3.8 million because she tried to take this man's home. Not only did she try to take this man's home, but try to seize some of his assets. So I'm telling you, if you have any friends out there in any part of the neck of the woods, whether you're in Virginia, PA, some of these places, a lot of people live by themselves. Check on them and get the word out, all right? Because if you see anybody getting close to them in the last couple of years, they might be running a play on them, man. They might be just running a play. They killed this man. Let me know your thoughts. How do y'all feel? That was crazy, all right? Hop in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. Tap in, hit the subscribe button, and we're coming with more. Trust me. Buckle your seatbelts.